So today we made bofrot, also known as dry puff puff. Guys, this came out so yummy, so tasty, so delicious. And as usual, you miss trying this yummy sumptuous recipe on your own. It came out so sweet and tasty. Hi guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. If you're first time watching my video, please don't forget to subscribe. So notification bell so that I get notifications whenever I upload a new video. So the first thing I did was to add about 2 cups of flour into a bowl. I added some sugar, some salt to taste, and of course my dry yeast. Then mix it together. The essence of mixing these dry ingredients together is to make the taste to come out the same, so that you won't have some parts tasting sugary and other parts tasting salty. So that's why we mix all the ingredients together when it is actually very dry and water free. Guys, I mixed this thoroughly very well. I actually took a lot of time in mixing these ingredients, because if I didn't mix it to incorporate, I'll still have some parts tasting better or worse than the other side. So after mixing the ingredients properly, I made a hole in the middle of the flour. I added some egg. I used a medium sized egg, and of course a warm milk. I mixed everything to incorporate just the way you are seeing in this video. It actually took a little time too to mix, so I mixed it very well. Then at this point I added some soft butter and continue to mix it to incorporate. At this point it's becoming so strong, so I had to wash my hands. Since it's what I'm using, I'm eating on my own, I'm not selling it, so I didn't bother using gloves on my hands. Besides, I washed my hands, I don't have wounds on my hands, so I didn't see the need of using gloves when I don't have knee wound or I don't have clean fingers, and I'm eating it on my own. So there's actually no need of using gloves. So I mix it very well to form a dough, just that, just the way you are saying in this video. So after mixing it together, as you can see, I pressed the middle. On touching the middle, you'll notice that it's almost following your hands back, it's almost bouncing back. That's when you know that you have enough yeast. If the dough did not bounce back with your hands, that means the yeast you use is not actually enough. You may need to add more yeast. So this I set aside. I covered it for about 10 minutes. While waiting for 10 minutes to elapse, I have my baking sheet. I have to cut it into sizes of the same shape. The essence of using baking sheet for this is to, I wouldn't want to have my dough go out of shape maybe when I'm picking it up to dip into my hot oil. So when dipping in my hot oil, I have to pick it up from the paper instead of touching the dough to disfigure it or make it go out of shape. I'll just pick it from the paper. I set my baking sheet on a tray. I was supposed to sprinkle some flour on the baking sheet, but guys, it skipped my mind. I was trying to be very fast as possible because I had other things to attend to. So here I set that aside, sprinkle my work table with some flour. Here is my dough. I'm going to divide it into a sizable shape as much as I can. I try to make it equal. You can decide to use your scale to make it equal, but if you are like me that doesn't have that kind of time at the moment, you just have to use your eyes and your brain and equalize it. I sprinkled some flour on my hand. The essence of using this flour on my hand is to avoid sticking on my palms when I'm trying to roll it into balls. So here I spread the flour, then made it flat, then pinched it together, then rolled it. I'm trying to make it form a ball. It's not going to be flat, it's going to be round as possible. So here guys, I'm going to set it in my tray, spread some flour on my palms again, do the same procedure until I exhaust my flour. Here I've already finished exhausted the flour. I set aside for about 30 to 45 minutes, depending on the weather. As you can see, my dough already doubled in size. I have my hot oil on the fire. I'll just pick it and put it, allow it to hot, then remove my pepper. If I had my pepper sprinkled with flour, it wouldn't be so difficult to remove. That's why it looks as if it's uneasy to remove, because I didn't sprinkle with some flour. So guys, try to flip over and over until your dough is brown in color, dark brown in color. Because if you make it light brown, you are probably not going to get a very tasty bofrot, and the middle is equally not going to be done. So I made it dark brown so that every part of it will come out dull and yummy.